The Mystara project is proud to present part 23 of the Characters of Mystara series. In this video, we take a look at the craft master of magic dealers, Beyland Adonamus. Beyland was introduced in the 1988 publication, Gaz 9 The Minrathad Guilds, on page 25 of the player's booklet. Beyland was born in Harbortown in AC 967, or year 267 Verdia Reckoning, abbreviated VR in the Minrathad dating system. He was the third child of Bartolomeo and his foreign wife, Mariana from Hattiers. Both his parents were magic dealers of Guild Corser. His eldest brother, Snags, and his eldest sister, Bellina, were born at separate times during 264 VR. A second older sister, Elise, was born in VR 266. In VR 271, a half-brother, Harmon, was born due to his father's affair with another woman. His younger sister, Ariana, was born in VR 273. Beyland learnt the languages of Minrathad's most populous trading partners, Alphatian, Thyacian, and Daracinian. In VR 280, his father arranged for him to be apprenticed to Guild Corser's magic dealers. He was sent as part of the magic dealer team to arguably the most prestigious magic market in Mystara, the Alphatian capital of Sundsvall, known as the city built by magic. Not long after he departed, lycanthropy broke out on Traders Isle. In VR 281, Beyland's mother died in a violent storm, whilst travelling on a ship to Hattiers. His father chose not to remarry. Young Beyland impressed his superiors with his intelligence and enthusiasm for learning. In VR 282 he was promoted to junior journeyman, and had the Guild Corser symbol tattooed to his cheek. By VR 285, Beyland's skill at appraising magical item values was so good, it shocked his superiors. The following year, he was promoted to journeyman. In VR 290, Beyland's appraisal skill got even more precise. He was accordingly promoted to senior journeyman at just 23 years old, causing some resentment among the other journeymen. In VR 293, Beyland married a fellow Minrathadan magic dealer, Lynn. In VR 294, Beyland was promoted to master of the Sundsvall magic dealers, at the age of 27. As master, he oversaw 6 senior journeymen, 6 journeymen, including his wife Lynn, 12 junior journeymen and 2 apprentices. His father, as the craft master of magic dealers, then nominated him as his heir, as part of the new trend in the guilds, instead of observing the traditional seniority custom. This caused some family discontent, as his elder siblings remained journeymen. Snags was based in the Bell Lane capital of Luvines on the Savage Coast, Bellina was stationed in Alfheim town, and Elise was in Ilaruum city. In VR 297, Beyland's sister, Elise, went missing in the city of Ilaruum. In VR 298, Corser guild leader, Hildrik Vender, hired a Glantrian wizard, Mull of Vladoan, to assassinate ruling guild master Aran Medita in his palace garden. The attempt failed when Mull's concentration on his conjured earth elemental was disrupted by the shouting of Aran's halfling journeyman gardener, Cable Grassroots. In that same year, Beyland was summoned back to Traders Isle after his amnesic father went missing. There he took over as craft master of the magic dealers. Also in that year, his wife gave birth to a son they named Lewin. In VR 299, construction commenced on Beyland's new manor in New Harbour Town. Beyland is a normal human, standing 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighing 1,375 coin. He is of lawful alignment. He is a genius with 180 IQ, and has above average common sense, agility and charisma. He is not a fighter, preferring negotiation, and relying on the protection of his guards from the Minrathad mercenary guild. He is renowned as a master appraiser, with a skill of 20. Given his lawful alignment, his traits are generally positive. His most notable trait is his energetic approach to life and his guild work. An outlook appreciated by the workaholic Minrathadans. After being betrayed by a close friend in his youth, he does not value loyalty as much as he once did. Whilst he is not fervently reverent, he follows the philosophy of Minrothism, believing that the Minrathad Isles are sacred, and that the immortal Minroth will return one day. As craft master of magic dealers, Beyland is one of 6 craft master advisors to his guild leader, Hildrik Vender. Craft master spice dealer Iana Leifer's network brings in over 75% of Guild Corser income, so she is far and away Hildric's favorite. Beyland accompanies Hildric and the other craft masters frequently, as they take the 88-mile ship's voyage around the north coast of Traders Isle, to Minrathad City on a 3-mast harbortown trader. The 3-master in normal winds can travel 84 miles a day, so weather-controlling magic items are used to ensure they arrive within a day. Guild Corser has a guild hall and townhouse in the inner city district. Hildric attends the Council of Guild Masters in Medita Hall. Whilst Beyland understands Hildric's resentment toward Aran Medita for transferring powers from the family guilds to the political guilds, he also believes Aran is a good ruling guildmaster. He is unaware, though, that one of his own master magic dealers has been writing recommendations to Guild Corser, endorsing foreigners as legitimate offspring of Minrothadan guildsmen. This has been sanctioned by Aran Medita so he can place foreign agents into family guilds to investigate their plots. Beyland does not condone assassination, and may not be aware of Hildric's plotting. He may be suspicious of the foreign guildsmen, especially Glantrian wizards and rather ruthless-looking Thyacians. Beyland oversees 41 masters, 190 senior journeymen, 190 journeymen, 343 junior journeymen and 68 apprentices. 30 of the masters, each leading 26 agents and messengers, have been assigned to places around the known world where magic item trading is thought to be lucrative. Population size, sales taxes, import duties, tolls, bureaucratic costs, anti-foreigner sentiment, thieves and pirates are all factors taken into consideration. Contact between Beyland and his masters is maintained by scrolls of communication. Unfortunately, this is rather expensive as the scrolls tend to become non-magical after sending about 20 messages. So the scrolls are used sparingly. The remaining masters are based in Minrathad, ready to deploy if opportunity arises. 50% of profits from magic items sales are paid to Guild Corser, with the remainder divided up between the relevant magic dealer team, plus craft master Beyland and guild leader Hildric. Hildric gets 14 shares, Beyland 12, the master magic dealer 10, seniors 6, journeymen 4, juniors 3 and apprentices 1 share. The guild then pays 20% of their profit share to the national treasury, and each individual guilder will owe 10% of their share to the national treasury on the 14th of Sebman, elsewhere known as the 26th of Felmont. Although Guild Corser's magic dealing strategy revolves around buying and selling in overseas markets, to avoid tutorial guild constraints in the Minrathad Isles, the magic dealers work closely with the tutorial guild, as they also have teams placed around the known world to keep abreast of new magical discoveries and to buy magic items. The tutorial guild has the right to buy any magic item possessed by a guild that is classified as inventory, rather than items the guild intends to keep for its own use. In practice, the magic dealers offer to sell any exceptional magic items to the tutorial guild before offering them to the public. If master magic dealers don't want to rely on tutorial guild wizards to identify magic items, they employ foreign wizard agents. It is noted that tutorial guild agents are not permitted to compete with Corser guild magic dealers when they are buying or selling a magic item. The guildsmen are careful to maintain Minrathad's strict policy of neutrality so they can trade with as many people as possible. Magic dealers also liaise with Minrothadan factors based in these settlements, to keep abreast of local news and intelligence. Being a guild member entitles Beyland to privileges. He can buy Corser Guild manufactured goods at only 40% of wholesale price. He has taken advantage of this by buying fine Thyacian wine, a meerschaum stonepipe, fine tobacco from the Shires, his guild-trained dog, Pharaoh, and exotic spices from Sind. He may buy manufactured goods from other Minrathad guilds at wholesale prices, like his 3-master harbortown trader called the Wandering Wand. Buying on account, interest-free, from Guild Corser is also an option to assist with a cash flow delay. Other guilds may offer low interest rates to buy on account, if they trust Beyland, which was what the Hammer Guild offered him for the construction of his new manor. He gets first pick of guild goods and services before they are sold to the public, except for special order items. Personal currency conversions are discounted by money changers. As a craft master, Beyland belongs to the 4th caste, known as Dosan, which means leaders. Minrathad has 6 castes of ascending importance. On Minrathad Day, the 19th of Beermun, elsewhere known as the 27th of Yarthmont, Beyland and other guild officials give speeches during the festivities. New guild members are inducted, and elections of senior guild positions are held. Beyland Adonamus is designed to play a role as a mission-providing patron for adventurers, or an interesting source of information, rather than a combatant. For Minrothadan natives' campaigns, he would be one of the PC's superiors if they were magic dealers in Guild Corser. In non-Minrothadan campaigns, he may be a name the PCs here mentioned, when trying to buy or sell magic items in their local city. A key adventure theme involving Beyland is how does he navigate the plots of his guild leader, Hildrick Vendor, to assassinate the ruling guild master, Aran Medita. Will Beyland find out that one of his own masters is creating fraudulent letters of recommendation of foreign-born Minrothadan descendants to Guild Corser? These fraudulent descendants are of course the PCs who are working as Aran Medita's agents. The PCs will then need to persuade Beyland to side with Aran, and that there is something suspicious about Hildrick. Perhaps Hildrick becomes suspicious of Beyland's support, noting his tendency toward lawful behavior. Hildrick may organize some inconveniences for Beyland. Either Beyland calls upon the PCs for assistance, or the PCs stumble across these plots as they work as agents of Aran Medita investigating Guild Corser. Perhaps some manifests go missing, causing a surprise audit inspection to note the paperwork deficiency. The missing papers need to be located and retrieved. One of Beyland's senior masters abroad resents his appointment as craft master at such a young age. He begins undermining Beyland, and makes appeals to Hildrick that Beyland should be replaced. Other missions the PCs could help Beyland with could include rescuing a kidnapped or imprisoned magic dealer, trying to retrieve a family heirloom from the site of his mother's shipwreck, tracking down his missing father who may have wandered onto a ship bound for his old port of call, Thyatis City, or investigate the disappearance of his sister in Ilaruum City, dealing with an ancient curse excavated in his new manor basement, investigate a group of competitor wizards. These competitors seem to spring up from nowhere, selling magic items from the ethereal plane and the plane of fire, or dealing with pirates, thieves, and Nar who have stolen merchandise. This concludes our look at the young genius craft master of Guild Corser's magic dealers, Beyland Adonamus.